Okay, fantastic guys. Welcome back to an ML drawing video. This little robot that I've got here in front of my hand, my new Spike Prime. I've just designed a robot with it, and I'm going to draw this robot on MLCAD and create building steps for it. So let's get going, guys. On the program itself, I like to split up my stuff quite a bit, so let's see if we can do this. I'm going to start with, let's say, the base at the bottom. So what I did, and this is very important when you start doing this, else you're going to have a long time searching for everything. So I've searched for all the parts that I did, and I put it into my favorites part of my bins. As you can see, here's a lot of favorites that I've starting to use now, and there it goes. Fantastic, like that. Everything is there that I need for this robot. So at this moment we are going to start with the chassis of the robot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start building the chassis, and let's see if I can find the first part of it. The first thing that I need is 11 by 7 open center, this little guy there, and that is fine. It will look fine. It's not black, so it's that purplish color. So let's go to purplish color and find this one. I think maybe I wonder if that will work. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is purple or pink, so let's try pink. Maybe, yeah, that's more the color that is. So this is a pink open center beam thing, whatever. So that's the first part. Now I need to connect the motors to this thing, so I'm going to have to find pegs for this. Well, let's go down and find some pegs for this. Pegs. That's a little bit too low. There is my pegs. I want these pegs, so I'm going to put a peg in there. This peg is not a pink peg, it is a black peg, so I'll use this. You'll see, guys, that this is top view, this left view, this is the back view. So I'm going to move this thing in there. There you go. Let's see what it looks like. It's fine where it is, so that's not a bad placement. And I'm going to do the same here at the bottom. That's where it should be. Let's see what it looks like on this side. It's sort of straight in the center, which is good. And I'm going to do this on the other side also, because this is where I'm going to connect the motors. And there we go. Let's see what it looks like. Let's see, if I click on this thing, it is perfect there. And if I click on this thing, yep, it's perfect there. So I'll have this as step 1 for now. So let's add a step there. Chose add step 1. Now at this point I think I'm going to do something first. I'm going to save this file, save as, and give it a name. I'll call it a chassis. There we go. I'm going to, that will not Spike Essentials. So my MLCAD building plans and things, I'm going to create a new one for Spike Prime. That would be it. And then in Spike Prime I'm going to create a new folder for base, let's call it base Rover. That is where all the files of this thing going in, and chassis will be in base Rover. So I saved it there. Good. This is where I want it to be. Now I want to go up, call this the chassis. That's what it's going to be. Okay. And name chassis, that's author. Trophy Robotics, that's my company name, and it's an official, let's make it an official TCR model. So everybody know what model this is. This is where we start. Okay, so we've done all this little steps, and now let's go to the second step of the building plans. We're going to add 2 motors to this. So let's pop up and find the 2 motors. This is the motors that we use for this thing. So I like to see, I don't like the motors like that. I think I'm going to spin them around. So I'll do this. I'll spin the motor around. There you go. Good, fantastic. This is where the motor should be, I believe. If I look at my steps, yes, it should fit just fine. Now let's move this thing to the right place. So it should be right there. Yep, let's go to the back side of this thing. I want to view it from the other side, see if the other side is working. So I'll right click here, view angle. Let's go to right side view angle. And I'm looking at this thing and I'm thinking, maybe not quite well. So I'll want to change my view angle again. I want to go to the bottom view. I want to view it from the bottom and see what's going on. It's somehow, okay, I just need to change the color of this one also to white, I believe. And let's see. There we are. Now this does not look like it's like the right place for it. That's what bothers me. I can see it, it's not quite where it should be. So I'm in fine grid. I'm going to move it up a little bit. That look way better. Right. So we've got that one in place. The problem with that one in place is the orientation is very wrong. So we need to change the orientation. I'll change my grid to medium grid there, and then I'll spin this thing around like so. And now let's see what we've got. That wheel to the outside, it's what it looks like. It's supposed to look like that. Great. I believe this is where it should be. And again, you can see the pig there. It is in place where it should be. Yes. So we're just fine. And I'm going to add the next motor to it. There we go. Next motor. And I will use something. Okay, we'll need to spin the motor around. Okay, so I'm spinning the motor around to this up too much, like there, and we'll move it up there. Let's see what it looked like. I want it there. Looks a little, maybe it's too much. So let's do it a little bit less. There we go. I think that will work. Let's see. No light in between. Okay, we can do something else. I want to go to my view angle again, to the right angle, come here. I want to see right angle. That's the problem. Now you can see there it's not fitting, so I need to move it down to like about there. Okay, so I've got a little bit of an issue going on here. Looking at this, it seems that we also need to move this guy. Now I think we've got a problem there. We'll sort it out in a moment. There we go. A little bit downwards. We'll sort that one out, height out right now. I'm going to move this one down there also. Let's see. There we go. Now we are a little bit more in the right position. Goodness gracious me, that will work, I think. That's fine. We can live with that. I believe that is just fine. So, the next thing that I want to do is, okay, we've added the two motors. It looks fine. So, I am going to go back to my course grid and go down, add the next step. Go down a little bit. I want my pigs. So the next pigs that I need to put in, black pig, obviously. So I'm going to take the black pig and say, okay, I'm going to put the black pig in there. And that is not quite the right place for the black pig. So we'll move it up. There we go. And the black pig, that side. Let's see. I think I'm going to go to fine grid. That one's not quite where I want it to be. Ah, come on. Sticky mouse. There we go. Okay, good. That one's there. Let's see. That one is there. Too much like that. Good. Now let's go down, all the way down, down, down. There. I want to put black pig in there. Here we go, good. And on the other side, black pig. Here we go, black pig. I know some people call it pins, others call it pigs. I prefer to use pigs. I'm just used to the word pig, so if you want to call it pins, by all means call it pins. And I believe this would be a 9. Let's see. Go down 1. 9. Is that a 9? It's 11 beam. Yep, the 11 beam. I thought it was the 11. So that 11 beam, I want to lift it up a little bit. Just about that height. Now let's do the spin thing again. I'll spin with the course grid. There we go. Doop, 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 doop. There we go. It's spinning around, and I want to see, why do I think there's something not quite where it should be. Let's see. Okay, I want to view it from the top. The color of this thing I'm going to change. Let's change it to a darkish gray at the moment. The black is just a little bit tough on me eyes. There we go, and it's a little bit low. So you can see there, it's a little bit low. So let's lift it up a little bit and move it up to there. That should do it. That is probably the best place for it. No. This bothers me a little bit. It shouldn't be like that. I'll leave it like that. It seems that all the parts doesn't quite fit on the program yet where it should be. Okay, there we go. That's better. I'll live with that. That's way better. So let's do the other side. 11, 9, 11. There we go. I'm going to take you and put you right there. 11 and okay, that was one of those. Back again. Let's see why I think my pig is not where it should be. Dropping it down a little bit, dropping that one down a little bit. That fits better. On this side, I guess we are also going to need to do that. And again, the apps, that's too much. So I'll just go back there and check quickly on this one. Yeah, I think maybe we can do there. That's better. That's better. Now this actually in the box is also this really nice pink color. So we'll go for the pink color again. Ooh. And there it shows something that we look at. It's not quite in place. There it's in place right now. And this one, let's make it pink also. Good. Got that going. Good. So that's the first part of it. Let's see at the back. I think on the back side I'm going to put a beam across over there. So let's do that. I guess this would be the front side. So let's flip it around to front side. Okay, there we are. So I want to put the pig in there. So let's get one. Pig. There you are. And I'm going to make it black. And I'm going to spin it around like so. There we go. And then it goes there. We at the wrong place, so we move it all the way back. Let's see. Yep, that sort of look alright. Let's just get it to the right place there. One's in there. Good. There we go. That one there. And we go down. And we'll see just now how accurate I did place these things. There we go. I'm a little bit concerned with this one though. There's a bit of daylight there that bothers me, but we'll see. We'll wait and see for that one. Okay, so we've got those two black pigs there. Pins, I think I'm going to put a one there too. And I believe, if I'm right, this should be a 13 beam. So let's see if we can find a 13 beam quickly. 13 beam. There's a 13 beam. Yep. 13 beam. We are going to change the 13 beam color to blue. I believe this, not that blue. Let's try that one. Yes. Yeah, that blue is not nice. I don't like that one. Let's try this one. Nope. Not that one either. I guess we're going to have a look at more colors and decide maybe it should be that one. So I guess we should live with this. It's not quite the color that I want, but okay. And let's turn it. There we go. Bring it back here. It should be in the second hole. So that thing should fit roughly about there. And then we'll spin it. Now I guess everybody has his own way of doing this stuff. This is just the way I'm doing it. And it works for me just fine. So if something works for you, you don't have to change it, except if it's going to improve your productivity a little bit. So here I am, and I'm looking at these views, and that's why I love using this program, because I can sort of figure out the placements pretty well for myself. There we go, that's way better. Now the question is it placed correctly? That is better also. So let's look at it from the top side. The pin is hanging out there, not cool. Let's put it back in there. And on this side the pin is hanging out, not cool. Let's put it back in there. And let's just make sure it's still in the right place. Not quite. There we go, fantastic. We've got this part sorted out. That looks just fine. And I think I'm going to save this part. This is chassis part. We will save it. And now I'm going to start a new one, file new. And I'm going to start with the brick part. So let's go to the brick part. I'm going to take this thing, put it up there, change it to white so that it looks like a brick. Good looking brick. Yeah, I think so. We can use this. Okay, we can use that. I don't think that would be too big a problem. So I'm going to go down. Let's find that thing that I'm looking for. Okay, so down to the part that I'm looking for. I think it's just below here. There it is. So I want this thing, and I'm going to turn it. Oh, I hate it when this happens. Let's straighten it up. I prefer to use this grid, and then too much. We'll put it in there. And this thing I believe should be like gray. So let's move it there. I'll move it in there. Okay, we'll figure it out just now. Let's see what it looked like. Now that thing should give us a good view of where it should be. So I'll line it up with that middle hole. There we go. Lined up with the middle hole. And don't move around. We need to put it in there. There we go. That's where we want it. It's perfect place there. And let's see. Why technique? We'll do this. I think we'll stick this one just for the fun of it. And we're going to do this again for the next one. I want it. Now this one wants to be on the other side, which I don't want to do at the moment. I want this one on this side. So let's move it back. Let's just move it back there. Kaboom, and downwards, and downwards, and downwards. And there we go. There it is. And now I can move it inwards. Okay. Like so, and like so. There we go. We've got that two in. Now let's do the other side. I want to spin you around. Come on. view angle, right, let's do left angle, and we will do this thing on this side, and I'm going to spin it around. There we go. Now let's have a look at this. Okay, I'm going to place it in there. That's too much though. Okay, so I want to do it like this. It seems okay to me. Okay, so I want to see if this and this are fitting in the same position. So I'm going to model the one on the other. Okay, there it shows. It is not where I want it to be. Ah, come on. Sticky mouse. There we go. That's placed finally. And we're going to have to do it again on this one. Placing it really good. Like this. Okay. There we go. I think that will work, and that shows me that it is placed in the correct place. It fits nicely with that frame there. Good. So we've got that one, and I think now we can probably start adding the things together. So let's go up. Let's go up there. Untitled. Let's just call it the brain. And file, save as brain module, brain module. Okay, that's good. Brain module, good. We can do this, and I think we are going to create another module quickly. This is just to make everything so easy to put together. So I'm going to create the back module for the back wheel now. Let's go file new, create a new module. This would be the Castor. Castor module. Castor module. Okay, so Castor module, let's go up. Search for some stuff. Castor module. Where will I find you? There you are. There you are. Top view, good. This would be one of those strange blue things also. There you go. And we are going to use black pig at the top one. So we go black pigs, go up, black pigs, let's go there, black pig, top one, black pig, and that should be a black pig. So let's see what it looks like. Black pig, there we go. Not yet. There we go, that one. And on this side also a black pig, top one. We'll do it like this. There we go. And then I'm going to use long, like in long blue ones, long blue pins. So I'll use them. Oh, look there, that's not good. So I'll do this. I want to see what it look like. I wonder. This does not fit too well with me at the moment, so I want to move this one out to the other side. Okay, so I've got that one, and that one. Okay, let's see. There we are. So let's do that. I want to move it up to this side. You see, you've got a lot of views that you can work with. That is fine. I want to check this side again. That is fine, good. I guess we can, let's see what it looks like. Okay, I want to spin this thing around. And another spin, and I'll make it dark blue. And I'm going to put it right there. So let's go to the fine grid course. I want it like so, and then I'll just move it into place there. That one, and I'll do the same on the other side, like so. Kaboom. And it shows it's fine, like that. Good. We've got those two, and we will need 2 5s. So I'm going to use a 5. Let's see if I'm okay. Yes, it is a 5. So a 5 beam. So let's get to the 5 beams. 5 beam, 5 beam, 5 beam, 5 beam. Where you are, 5 beam. There you are. And it's again that pinkish thingy, magie. There we go. Too slow again. Okay, I hate it when this thing doesn't register when I click. Okay, there we go. And I want to spin it around like that. Now this doesn't make me happy at the moment. What is going on there and why is it looking like that? There we go. That's better. Now I can take this thing and put it up there. Okay, so I'm going to move it straight up there. Okay, that the way. Building a little robot. That's better. I can do that. So let's just stick that up, and we'll do it on the other side also. So we'll do it on that side also. 5. No, okay. I want this thing. So it will always register what the orientation of the last thing is you did. So oops, I'm going to do it like that, and then it places it okay. So there we are. We've got those two going, which makes me happy at the moment. So I don't have a problem with that. And then we will have a few. So I'm going to stick this up, and I believe we will have 2 black pigs in there. So let's go for the black pigs thing again. You can copy it also if you want to. That's nothing like a problem. Okay, so I want to put the black pig there, and I want to spin it around. Too much. Spin it one more time. Get it into position. Fine grid. I guess everyone is doing it the way they want to do it, but this is how I do it, and it works for me for a very long time. So if it works for you, then it's fine. Doesn't really matter how you do it, as long as it works for you. So there you go. I'm putting this thing in there, and I'm going to put this thing in there. There we go. Okay, so let's see. Did I get it in the right places? There we go. That's in the right place. That's fine. That's what it should look like. I think we are just fine with this. And then I'm going to do a long pegs again. So if you want to do the copy thing, I'm going to click on that thing, Control C on the keyboard, and then I'm going to move up to the top, and I'm going to move down to this step, and then I'm going to Control V, and it shows there. And then the only thing I really need to do, let's see, I just want to make sure I'm on the right one, is pulling this thing up to the top, straight up to the top there. Now I do not want that thing to look like that, so I am going to spin this thing around, because I'm going to use it for something else, and that's to keep the cables in place. So I'm going to do this. That's how I want that one. And while at it, Control C, Control V, and I'm going to do just take this one and put it down there. And we've got basically all that we want right here. That will bring it down, and I'm not going to put more on this at the moment because there's 2 more things that need to come on this thing, but we don't need it, so that's fine. We're going to save this thing. Let's go back, this Castor module file, save as Castor module, like that. We'll save it, and now I'm going to create another module. So file, new again, and I'm going to create the front module for this thing. So I'm going to use this stuff now. Let's see. Okay, so let's see if I can find that thing that I'm looking for. I hope I've bookmarked that one for myself. I believe I did though, so let's see if I can find that thing. There it is, this thing. This is what I want. Don't want it like that though, so let's change the orientation upwards like that, and we make it light gray. And I'm going to need another one of these guys. I'll figure out the distance right now and the 7 beam. This is a 7 beam, so I'll use this and I'll just sort out the steps afterwards. So 7 beam, we are going to spin around like that. Let's see, not quite what I wanted to do. There we go. 7 beam like that. Blue. We'll make it blue. We'll put it in there. Okay, the placement's not too terrible. We'll do it like that. Good. But it's too low. I want it on top. Okay. So let's have a look at what it looks like at the moment. And that's for the top part. And I guess I'm going to have to pull this out. Okay, so this is easy. We will add 2 long pegs. 2 long pegs. So let's do this. 2 blue pegs. Friction pegs. Okay, blue ones. And I'll tip it over. Not that way. I want it to go. Yeah, actually we can tip it over that way now. Come to think of it, we can do it like that. There we go. And we'll put it in there. Right. That one fits where it should be. And I'm going to take another one and fit it to the other side where it should be. There we go. Yes, that will work just fine for me. So let's have a look if there's nothing hanging out on the sides. Good, great, fantastic. That is what I want. So we've done this and all of that, and I want to add 2 black pegs. So I believe I'm going to have to add the black peg right there. Black peg, and it should go this side, and it's very black. And the black pig, come on, black pig this side, and it should be very black. And the black pig, which is very black, there. Oh, come on, why didn't you place it? There you go, and another one there. There we go. That's cool, that we can do. Okay, so we step that up. Like, let's see, long friction pins, we've got that all going. I want to have a look at this thing. It all looks just fine at the moment. I don't think there's much problems there. So on the side, I want to put pegs on the sides of this thing. So let's put pegs on the side. Okay, let's change the orientation. There we go. Change the orientation. We want it like so. And it's going to go there. And another one going there. Not that way. Come on, watch your story. Okay. It will always make a story of something though. There we go. So I've got 2 that side, and I want 2 this side. So 2 that side. Let's see that's better, and another one this side. There we can see it. There we, one down there. That looks better. So this one. Okay, I want to have a look at this thing quickly. Why is this thing looking so strange? So I don't like this. It shouldn't be hanging out that much. Here we go, I believe. Well, that might be a little bit too much though. Okay, here we go. These ones look fine. Good. Got that, and we'll step it up. So I'm going to use an L beam, small L beam, small L beam. Where is my small L beam? Ooh, that cannot be good. I don't have a small L beam selected here. That cannot be good. Okay, so let's go to technique, and I'm going down to technique beams. Beams, there we go. Technique beam, there is the little guy that I'm looking for. So I'm going to, while we're at it, lift arm, I call it the lift arm bend 90 degrees. So I right click on this thing, please register. Let's try that. My mouse don't want to play, and I add it to my favorites, so I'll just work it from here at the moment. And let's see what it looked like. This thing should go, that's front end, that would be front end. So I'm going to put it like that, and then we'll rotate it like that. It's a yellow beam, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to place it right here so that I can see where I'm placing it, and then I'll just add the other one on the other side. Bingo. Okay, let's see if that fits in the right place. Not quite. It's overlapping a little bit, too much. One there. There we go. That's what we want. Okay, so we do this again on the other side. Okay, let's do it on this side. See, yep, it fits. Look at the corners, it fits just great. Okay, so that is what I want for that one. And then I'm going to have to use axle pegs. So let's stick this one up, and we will see axle pegs. This is a hard job to do, so what I'm going, okay, I think I'm going to finish this thing up, and then I'll make another video of finalizing the whole thing. So there we go, we need axle peg, so let's get to the axle peg part. Axle peg, there we go. An axle peg going to the front here. It should be a cream peg, so let's see if we can find that creamy thingy. Cream peg, that thing, no, that one, light yellow. That one, it's creamy enough for me. So turn it that way, and we are going to put it in there. And let's see, that's on the other side. It looks pretty okay. So I'm going to do it on this side also, and I'm going to spin it around. Too much again, always too much. So let's put it in there, and we'll set it to fine, and we'll do this. So that looks just fine. Good. Now let's see. Yep, I think that's fine. No problemo there. And then I want the black pig in there. So let's go for black pigs. Black pig, black pig, black pig. We'll put the black pig in there. Make it the black pig. And on the other side we put the black pig in there. And it's not right, so you can see that it doesn't quite fit where it should be. There we go. Okay, so then we step up again, and now I need that interesting thing, that big block. Let's see if I can find the peg block. That one, peg block. Peg block. Let's see. Peg block. Yeah, it's not yet the peg block. Sorry, guys. It is still a 5 beam that I need to put in there before I get to the peg block. 5 beam. So let's go to the 5 beam. So that's not a 5 beam. 5. Come on, where's my 5 beams? There's my 5 beam. Okay, got a 5 beam. I want to put it up like that. I want to spin it around. Spin it around. There we go. And it's that really interesting pinkish color again. Now that shows that it's not quite where it should be, so I guess we should move it up a little bit like there. Yes, that's better. And we can do the same with this side. So let's do the same with that side, and we can immediately see, there we go, that's fine. Now those are connected. Fine, good. That works fine. Okay, so that is, this for instance is our sensor block. So save as, let's do save as sensors, and we're going to use 2 sensors, a line tracking sensor or a color sensor and ultrasound sensor going to fit on that thing. So I'll save that, sensors, and then I'm going to use this peg block. So the peg block, peg block, peg block, peg block. Let's get back to the peg block. Okay, find the peg block. Peg block, peg block, peg block, peg block. Ah, there it is, sorry. There's my peg block. Now the peg block need to spin around. Too much. We'll do it like this. And it's got also this really nice, whatever color you call this thing. Okay, so that is especially wrong. So I want that thing to move up. It will be level to the front peg block. Right, I think I want to see this from top. Okay, that will give me precisely the position where, there it shows it's not quite where it should be. There it is. Now it's quite where it should be. Good, that worked for me. So from this side I am going to put in long pegs with stop bushings, those ones. Let's see, I want to see if that's the one. Let's make the gray ones. I believe that's the right color for it. So I'll do one there, and we'll just put it down to its position there. There we go. That one there, and this one right there. And I'm going to do the other side. It's not going to like it because the orientation is wrong, so we need to spin it around. There we go. Now you can see again, this is not quite where it should be, so I need to just jump. There we go. Now it is where it should be, and it fits. So that should be okay. And we do another one. Let's just go there. And we do another one there. That might be a little bit too much. Okay, wrong position. We'll move it up. There we go. In the right place. So we've got that thing connected, and we are going to need to put in black peg there, black peg there. So let's do that. And black peg. Let's see. No, we're going to. Sorry. Let's change this around. Black. Oh, it's too much. So I'll take it and I'll put it there. That's a better position for it. I'll take this one and I'll put it there. That would work just fine. So let's just put it in the right place. There we go. and let's see that one, a little bit off center, there we go, and we want to go down, and we want to go down, there we are, down. Okay, so we've done this thing, and I think we can save it. Now let's have a look if we created the steps, what is going on. So, ooh, that's not a good step. Okay, so this gives us a whole thing at the startup. Unofficial model, this would be the sensor model, so let's fix this. That cannot be. Sensors there, okay. I want this to be an official model too. That's my official model. I don't care what everybody else thinks, but this is mine. TCR, and okay. So now let's have a look at what's going on. We've got Technic Beam 7. Okay, we are going to mix this up a little bit. I think what we have this the 8 shapes, 8 shape Technic Beam 7, so I'm going to stick that one up. Then Technic long friction pins, and all the short friction pins, that should be fine. Okay, let's have a look at what it does. Okay, we've got those two, and then we put in the pins. Now that doesn't quite make sense, so I guess we're going to have to change the position of, I think I'm going to do this, and then add step there and take these two friction pins and put it, oh come on, with this guy. So let's see if it makes a little bit more sense. I've got you, good. Add those two with that things. Yes, that looks better. We can work with that, that's fine. And we've got those two things. Yes, you still can see everything. Those two, yeah, well, I think though that this is a little bit of a problem for me. I want to change the whole orientation of the whole thing, because it's going to create problems. I can see that. I'm going to select all of these things, and I am going to turn it. I'm going to, let's just, I want to leave it there and do a better turn with this one. I want to see better what I'm doing, like this. Okay. Will we be, yep, that will give us a better view. Okay, so let's try this again. We've got that thing, it shows there where it's going to go. Then we put those two on, that's easy enough to see. Put the pegs in the middle, that shows, good. Then those two, yes, that, can see still, good. Seeing, that's too much. Okay, so the last step, I think we can split up a little bit. So, connector block, Technic 5 beam, 5 beam, we step that. We've got the connector block with all those, and I'll step them up. Okay, now let's try that again. So let's look, there you go, that's fine, that's fine, that's good, that's good. That should be able, yep, that's still fine. I think we're in business. So let's save this. Okay, we've got that thing going very well. So we've basically created everything that we need for the robot. So let's create a new file. New file. Now I'm going to start creating the multi-part model. So I import the models. Brain model, import, multi-part, import model, Castor model, I'll import, multi-part, import model, chassis model, import, and multi-part, import model, sensor model, open. There we go. So we've got all of these, and now I'm going to go to Untitled LDR, and I'll say this thing save as Spike Rover. I'll just call it the Spike Rover. Save. Good, I've got Spike Rover, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to documents here. Is that okay? This is my chassis, so I'm going to start with the chassis here. That's what it looks like at the moment. Okay, it's all fine, and I'm going to take this module and put it on top. So I'll put this model on top. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I can see I've made a mistake. I'm going to have to fix that, but we'll fix it in a moment. Okay, we don't really have to fix it. We can leave it as is. That's not really a big mistake. So what I can do is, let's line this thing up. I want to see, yep, we are going to line it up with what's going on there. So every now and then it throws away the scroll bars, and that's irritating, very irritating. Come on, there comes my scroll bars, and I still need the scroll bar here. There we go. Good. Now I want to move this thing up and align it with the front of this thing. So let's see if we can do that. Do this, move it up a little bit. There we are. I think this might just be in the right position, and it shows there, and then I'm going to pull it down to the right place. There we go. It pegs in there very easily. Okay, let's see. Everything else looks just fine here. If I look at this, might be that it's a little bit off, but I don't think it's much off. Let's see on this side. I want to see it from the side front. Looking at this side, where does it fit? It's a little bit too much there. I wonder. Let's see. I believe this thing should be there. That's where I think it should be, though. So let's see if that is true or not. Yeah, maybe not. Okay, it looks fine from that side, but this is what bothers me. Look at it from the back side. There, not good. Not good at all. So I want to see it from this side. This is hanging over a little bit. We want it there. There. I think that's where it should be. Yep. That is its position. Good. Maybe if I look at my model, there is no gap in between, so I want to go down. I guess that is pretty much what it looks like. Yep, I'll leave it just like that, it's fine. So that's the two modules now. So let's see, I'll step that one, and brain module I'll step, and the next one, looking at this module from the back side, there we go. So we are going to have to do something interesting here, and that is get this module going. Let's see that one. There we are. So I want this module. Let's do this, and I want it to the back like that. And let's see, that is wrong orientation. We want to turn it like that. That's how it's going to fit, and then we want to drag it downwards. So you look at this thing, it should fit right there. Right there. There we go. So that one, but it's still not in the right place. You can, pretty obvious to see that it is a little bit off center. So let's do this. Way better. There we go. Way better. So let's see on this side if everything is where it should be, because I think this thing need to move up. The beam need to be a little bit outward. There we go. That's its position. So let's do this again. Make sure that it's in its place. That looks fine. Okay, there it shows. Good. I think we can live with that. It's possible. So that back wheels is on. I think we are just fine at the moment with that. So I want to go back to the chassis model. So let's go to the chassis first. And we need to do a few things that I didn't do before. So favorites, let's go down to the axles. That axles I believe is a 3-axle. 3-axle I want to put in there. It's a yellow axle. I'm going to spin it. I don't want to do that. Let's do that again. It will take forever to do that, so let's do that again. Spin it, and it will be yellow, and it should be going there, roughly like that. Wrong place though. There it shows it should be something there. Okay, whoop. There's my cross in the middle, and I need to do the same on the other side, like so. There it is. Yeah, well, we've got that going. And then black pegs. I believe we need a few black pegs, so let's do this. Black pegs. We need a black peg there. We'll call it a black peg. I want to see that we are okay with this. Okay, there we go. Good, that one's there. And black pig, that one should be there at the bottom. Let's just move it down there at the bottom. There we go. And I will flip this. Come on. View angle, right angle. Okay, that axle is not quite where it should be, so let's just move it to where it should be. Yeah, that's better. And then black pegs. Black peg. That side. Right there. Too much. There you go. And another black peg. There you go. Let's see if it's in the right place. I think we'll leave it like that. Good. There it goes. That's what that's for. And I guess we'll put in a step here. What happened now? There's something went in the wrong place. I want to check this out quickly. There we go. That's fine. That's fine. Nothing wrong there. That's fine. That's also fine. Okay, I guess there's no problem there. I just thought I saw one. Okay, so let's go down and we grab this wheel. This is the 14 by 48 4-spoke wheel, and we will spin it around. Spin it around. Spin it around. Spin, 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 spin. And this is supposed to be a white wheel, so let's do that. Spin it. White wheel. White wheel. I want to do my placement better. There we go. Up. There we go. And then I'm going to move it in there. A little bit, probably a little bit more in there than I. Okay, there we go. Now this peg show me it is not where it's supposed to be, or the wheel is not what it's supposed to be. But that one is fine, and that is fine. So this peg is not quite where it should be. Good. So we do that, and we've got our wheel. I'm just going to click on the wheel. So step, we'll step that, cut the wheel, and I'm going to put another wheel on this side. So let's see what it is look like. Okay, there we go. What's it look like? bad at the moment. We'll line it up there, and let's do it like that. Let's see if this thing fits there. Oh, okay, that's too much. I think that should be about it. That should be about it. There's our wheels. The problem with this wheel is U. A big U. The yellow one will stick out to the side, so that's nothing new. That's okay. On the model it is the same. If you look at the model, you will see it's sticking out there too, so that's no problem. Okie dokie, so that's fine. Let's go back to, and this is the cool part of it, back, and there the wheels are. Cool, man, cool. That works just fine. And I think we made a mistake here. This wheel need to move up. We placed it one too low, so I'm going to have to move this up to there. Yebble. That is where I want it. So that's why I'm building in modules, because if you place the thing in the wrong position, you can quickly fix it. If you don't do it like this and you just start building the whole thing in one file, it makes a huge amount of work if you place something in the wrong position. That way we've got a working Rover bot at the moment. So from this one I am going to have to add the front module. So let's see, it would be that one. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to spin this robot around. So let's spin it around. Oh, come on. View angle, front, back angle. This is supposed to be the front angle. So I'm going to grab this thing and place it there. And now what we see is, at the moment, it is very skew, not quite where I want it. So now I need to turn this thing until it's in the right position. So let's spin it around. It should go on like this. Okay. And then it plugs in here in front. So on the top, so in the top holes, this thing, that blue pigs fits, that black pigs fit straight into the top hole there. Like that, and so let's get the position right for this. There we go. That would work. Now let's just move it backwards. Not backwards enough yet. It should be right there. Let's see. Like there. Yes. That is a very good position for it. So Castor module, I'm going to step it, and then sensor module, I'm going to step it. And this is going to be a problem to see with the creation of the steps. So we're going to have to do it two different ways. I'll work on it and see if I can do something about it. So on the front end there, I need to add a few things. So let's go up. Let's go up. Let's go up and do it like there. I want the sensor, not the power sensor. I want this little guy. This is the color sensor, which is in a poo position now, not the cool positions, that one. And I want to turn this up. Wrong way turning, turn that one up. And I'm going to turn it so that it fit on the pigs. And I'm going to make it white. Ooh. White and black. So it's black. Okay, so we'll leave it at black and we'll just plug it in there. Booms. Because that's where it should plug in. Good. Let's see from the top what's happening. What sort of lag did I just experience on my... Ooh, terrible. There we go. And now I can see something that's not cool there, and I think I need to go back to that sensor module. That's really not cool, and I want to sort out what's going on here, because that does not look really cool. So I think we spin this thing around, but I guess I'm going to have to do something about this spinning. So I'm going to do this and straighten it out for now. Okay, it's straightening out. I want to have a look. You'll see there is a problem. I didn't pick it up for some other reason. So too much. Let's get to the fine one. There we go. Let's see if this works. Yep. Way better. Way better. Let's get back to this thing. Now look at how cool this is. It just spun everything out of place for me. So not cool. So let's do this. Dip. And it messes everything up for me for a reason which is alien to my thought. Okay. So I guess you guys find out what this thing can do, and little things that we don't like. There we go. Okay, I want to do this. It is too bad. There we go. That's better. Now let's see if that is better. If we look at this, yeah, well, it looks fine. I think it's a good place for it, and we can look at it from the top here. And that is fine, so that part is done. We've got one more thing to put on, and that is the ultrasonic sensor on this side. So we go for ultrasonics, and I think I'll do this. And these two pegs will fit into the holes of the ultrasonic right there. So let's see what's going on. I'm just moving it straight backwards. There we go. And then it goes down to that side. Now it will show you pretty much if it's in the right place or not, and I believe it is. So we've got our ultrasonic sensor there. I think it's a little bit right. There we go. That's our robot. It is on the thing, and the cables will go underneath this thing. You can see how I put up the cables. There it is, and what I did there at the back with the cables. So it's very simple stuff. I use 3 beams, so let's go to 3 beams, and do 3 beams, 2 3 beams, 2 3 beams. Where's my 3 beams? Okay, Technic 3 beam. So let's see, I'll stick this first, and then let's go to the back side. And this is the last steps. So 3 beam, it would be a yellow one. Okay, let's tip it up, tip it up, tip it up. There we go. Tip it, tip it up. And it should go like this. To give it a little bit of space. Let's see, where am I? I want to be there, and I want to give it space, because this is where I'm going to put the cables. And let's see, this is front side, so I see this thing is upside down. Maybe I can just quickly spin it around. Yeah, let Lego be up, not down. Okay, so I'm going to view angle, front angle. There it shows what I'm busy doing here. There we go. Okay. Maybe I should make this yellow one just a grey one so you can see it. This is where I think we want it. So there we go. That looks fine. And I can do this again on this side. It's not supposed to go straight in, guys, because the cables are going straight through here, and just to keep the cables out of the way. That's basically all there is to it. And we've got 2 more thingies. I'm going to move this just up a little bit to there. So I'll keep the cables there in place, not all the way in, just to keep it out of the way. And then 2 black pigs. Now I want to put the black pig there and the black pig there, so let's do that quickly. You don't have to do this step, but I've built the robot like this, so I'm going to keep with this step. So let's put it there, black pig, spin it around. Gee whiz, again with this. Let's just do this. Every time I think I did it and then I didn't do it, and it irritates the living daylights out of me. There we go. Okay, that one, and on the other side we'll put on also one, and we'll just move it into place like that, like so. Now that's not a good place for it to, so I want to make it. Well, it's something so weird. Let's see. It shows there that it's not quite where it should be. There it goes. Okay. It's that's better. I can live with that. So let's see there. That one looks fine. That one, okay, that's not too bad. So we will step that one up, and the last is a 5 beam that we're going to put up there. 5 beam, 5 beam, 5 beam, 5 beam. There's my 5 beam, and that would be one of those pinkish thingies. So we'll turn it, and we'll spin it. Too much, one less, and then we'll put it up there, go to the fine one and place it. So this literally, guys, is just to keep the cables out of the way of the robot. I just can't understand why this thing decided not to show me what I need. So I'd like to see this from the point of view that is not a good place for it to be. There we go. Yep. Then that one, no, I see something there. That one is fine. So let's see this one. Maybe this is the thing that's not where it's supposed to be. Ah, there we go. That's way better. Then this one I shouldn't have moved. Way better. There you go. So I've built my rover. That's what it looks like. I hope you learned something from this.